Hey everyone, Matron here, bringing you another Starcraft 2 commentary, this time Game 3 in the best of 5 show match between Drewbie and his new teammate Root Mini. Mini's currently up 2-0. He took very impressive games off of Drewbie on both Metalopolis and Lost Temple, especially that first game where Drewbie had a build in mind to counter Mini's fast expand. He got a nice contain, he got bunkers down, filled him with plenty of units, brought some SCVs as well. And Mini was able to turtle up a little bit into his base, throw down a robotics bay, or a robotics facility, get out a few immortals, and then bust the contain of Drewbie. So we'll see what Drewbie is going to try to do here in the third game. Scrap Station was his choice of map, so typically a go-to map for Zerg players when they need to get back into a series can often be the turning point. But in this TVP matchup, I'll be interested to see what sort of build Drewbie goes for here, whether he's going to try to counter the build of Mini again. Again, Mini typically likes to go for that fast expand against Terran, one gate, producing a number of units off of the one gate, and then getting down that quick nexus and working more of a macro game, getting down multiple gates and just trying to out macro his Terran opponent. We see Mini moving in here with a probe, trying to delay that barracks, but Drewbie did not have to delay any sort of production on that barracks, doing a good job pulling these probe or the SCVs off the line and just keeping this harassing probe on the move. See a gas going down a little bit late for Drewbie here, so probably not going for any sort of higher tech, maybe producing off this one barracks here, perhaps throwing down a second as well. Though you have to wonder about a 2 barracks attack on this Scrap Station map, such a large distance between the two players by ground. Feel Terran might have a bit of advantage, maybe going for Cloaked Banshees, or a 1-1-1 build, taking advantage of the close area by the or in the air, but Mini is actually going to be limiting the options for Drewbie once again, stealing that gas and going to keep his Terran opponent on 1 gas for now. And we see Drewbie responding with a barracks, so he will have 2 barracks right now, and we'll have that Marine out patrolling, making sure there are no proxies on the map. Again, Scrap Station, such a long distance between the maps, or between the two players. We often see Protoss players throwing down some proxy gateways, and Drewbie wants to make sure that he's not going to lose this third game here and be eliminated in this show match, and $50 on the line, does not want to lose to a proxy play. We do see Mini does have a probe hidden down here, so he's going to be able to get some sort of secondary scouting, so very important in all these games, and he's going to be able to see the build of Drewbie. At any point here he could push up, whether he's going to see a factory starport, whether he sees barracks with add-ons. So looks back in his base, he does have 1 gateway producing units off of that, as well as a cybernetics core. May start banking some minerals to get up that nexus, and on any of these maps, Metalopolis, Lost Temple, and Scrap Station, I think you'd be most comfortable fast expanding on Scrap Station, as there's just a lot of room between the two opponents, and you can get into a little bit of a comfort zone. Looks like that Marine doing a nice job blocking that probe, so he will not get away with that probe, and all the scouting from that first probe is done now, and he does see the 2 barracks, so he might have to throw down a number of gateways here and just try to outproduce army-wise his opponent. See, Drewbie does have his scouting SCV, going to be checking that corner there. He did see those units moving out, so he has an idea of the small army which Mini has at the tower at this point. And Drewbie just producing off these 2 racks. Looks like he has gotten the concussive shell research and now working on stim, so we may see some sort of timing attack with these reactor and tech lab barracks. A number of SCVs, it looks like 9 SCVs pulled off here to join the few Marines and Marauders, so we may see those SCVs be used to tank a little bit of damage, or perhaps throwing down some bunkers in the base of Inflow Mini. Again, actually, Root Mini throwing down 2 more gateways and a robotics facility. So, have to wonder if these gateways are a little bit late. He did invest 400 minerals in that nexus, so he's a bit behind in the army, 700 to 475, but that does not account for all the SCVs coming with Drewbie at this point. So those SCVs can add a little bit of DPS, they can add HP, and they can also throw down these bunkers. So we see Mini trying to do some damage. He wants to target these SCVs which are creating the bunkers, try to take them out. A number of probes being pulled off the line here, and that's something you have to do if your opponent is bringing workers of his own. And now he's going to try to focus down these bunkers before they can get up. He's going to be severely contained if they do finish. Looks like the southern bunker will be finishing here, so able to load up units quickly. And now these stalkers are going to have to retreat away from this bunker. I'm not sure they're going to be able to take it on. You can target fire out of the bunkers in SC2. So trying to target fire down these units, that concussive shell making it very difficult for the Zealots to get away. And it looks like that Nexus has finished, and he's going to be hard-pressed to produce off these 3 gateways and the robotics facility with the limited income he has. He's lost a number of probes, and just trying to do his best to defend against this push. Looks like Drewbie going to be able to take down all of the forces of Mini at this point. Does have 1 bunker up, filling that, and using just a few units stemmed up to try to take down this Nexus. Not really sure what Mini can do at this point. Needs to try to get a number of units up and bust out of here like he did in the last game. He does not have enough income to get out any sort of immortal like he was able to on Metalopolis. He does have this bunker burning, so if it does go down, that could be huge, but it looks like we are going to get a good repair here from Drewbie, and just doing his best to kite those the Zealots and the Stalkers there, and Mini having to give the GG. So Drewbie once again sort of targeting the build of Mini. Mini going for that 1 gate fast expand, and Drewbie not messing around in this third would-be elimination game, taking it quickly from his teammate. And he goes with 2 barracks pressure, waits for Stim to push out, brings a number of SCVs as well, throws down these bunkers, and is able to contain his opponent, eliminate all the Stalkers and Zealots with that concussive shell and with those powerful Marauders. And then Mini having to sacrifice a number of probes in that initial skirmish as well. Just did not have the income, was not able to get his second up and saturated, and could not produce those all-important immortals, which he did use in that first game so effectively. So Drewbie keeping himself alive in this series. Going to move on to Game 4 now. I'll go ahead and bring you that now. Thanks for watching this one. See you there.